Hello and welcome back to the third lesson of this Bondi Kalimba's introductory Kalimba course, instructed by myself, Cameron from the Bondi Kalimba's team. The focus of today's lesson will be on how to tune your kalimba. Let's get into it. So for tuning your kalimba, you will need your kalimba, your tuning hammer, one will be included within your kalimba purchase, and some kind of electronic tuner or tuning app. I don't have an electronic tuner, so I will be using a tuning app, which works just as well. The app I'll be using is called DA Tuner. Unfortunately, DA Tuner is only available for Android phones. However, there are other applications, such as INS Tuner, which are available for Apple and work on a very similar system. So firstly, a bit of information on how the tuner works. So as you can see here, the note that you play will be displayed on the tuner app. This bar displayed below the note displays how closely the tine is to being tuned to the correct pitch. If the bar is swinging upwards, it means the tine is tuned too highly, and if the bar is swinging downwards, it means the tine is tuned too low. To adjust the pitch of a tine, you will need to use your tuning hammer. To raise the pitch of a tine, use this end of the hammer to hit upwards on it, and to lower the pitch of a tine, hit downwards on that tine. So now we're going to go ahead and correctly tune this kalimba. I've actually gone ahead and taken the case off my phone, as this can impede on how well the tuner picks up notes. However, this may vary depending on which phone case you use. So firstly, what I like to do is start from the bottom notes and then work my way up to the higher notes. So we're just going to go ahead and play C. And as you can see, the bar is quite centered and the note is displaying as green on this tuner, and therefore that's accurately tuned. So now we're going to move up to D. D is the same, as you can see. The bar is quite centered and it's displaying the correct note. So now we're going to move up to E. As you can see displayed in the tuner, E is too flat as the bar is hooking a long way to the left. Therefore, we need to hit upwards on the tine in order to correct the pitch. Let's see how that's going. Just needs a little bit more. Let's check it out again. So as you can see, I've tuned it slightly too high, so I just need to hit down on the tine a little bit in order to compensate for that. As you can see, E is now slightly too low. It does take a little bit of fine tuning, especially for some of the more stubborn keys. And there we go, E is just about right, it's showing green and the bar is quite centered. So now we're going to keep moving up to F. Yep, F is fine. G. Now as you can see, G is too flat, so we just need to hit upwards on the tine a little bit. Almost there. And now G is fine, so let's keep moving up. Sometimes the tuner does display the wrong note, but if you play the note again a few times, the tuner should correct itself. As you can see, A is displaying as G, when that's just not correct. So we're going to keep going. Yep, A is fine, it showed green, and the bar was quite centered. Whoops. B is slightly too flat, so we're just going to hit up on it a very little amount in order to correct it. Yep, B is quite centered and displaying green, so it's fine. Now let's move up to C. Okay, so C is obviously too sharp as the bar is going upwards, so we need to hit downwards on the tine. Okay, so we were lucky and managed to get C correct on our first attempt. As you can see, C is displaying green and the bar is centered. Oops. Yep, D's fine. E is just about fine. Okay, F is way too flat, so we need to hit upwards. Okay, so we've hit way too far upwards on F, and now it's way too sharp, so we need to hit downwards a bit. One thing you may notice when tuning the higher tines is that they're a lot more sensitive, so to compensate for this, try hitting on them a bit more tentatively. There we go, F is finally now fine. Okay, G is fine. I don't know why A is displaying as F, but as you can see when it does display A, it's too low. Oh. Yep, so I need to hit upwards on that tine. So now we've tuned A too highly, so now we need to hit downwards on the tine to compensate for that. Okay, so now A is just about fine, so moving on up. Yep, B is fine. C is just about fine. We might hit downwards a bit just to correct it. Okay, now moving on up. D is fine. One last time to go. Okay, E is way too flat, so now we need to hit upwards to correct that. Let's see how that is. Okay, now E is way too sharp, so to compensate for this, we need to hit downwards. Now E is slightly too flat, so now we need to hit upwards. As you can see, the higher tines can be very sensitive. And there we go, E's just about right. And there you have it, a fully tuned kalimba. And that brings us to the end of this lesson. If you enjoyed this lesson, please consider subscribing to Bondi Kalimbas on YouTube to see more kalimba videos as such. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.